Hey everyone, my name is Manan Patel and today we are going to solve a LeetCode problem number 2443, sum of numbers and its reverse. So given a non-negative integer num, return true if num can be expressed as the same of any non-negative integer and its reverse, or false otherwise. So we have given a particular num and we have to check that some values in between a num 0 and num, there are a value which will add by its own reverse and it must be equals to that particular num. Let's take example 1. The num is 443 and we have to get that value which will be reversed and added to itself, and it becomes 443. Let add it's equals to num. That means if the number is from 0 to 443, I get number 172. So by reversing 172, it gets 2 7 and 1. And now by adding 172 plus 271, we have to get equals to num, and we got 443, and our original num value is also 443. So we have to return true, and if we does not get reversed and perfect numbers addition not equals to num, then we have to return false. So my basic approach is to make one new function. The function will be for reversing a particular number. Let's name that reverse, and in this we will add one we will add one argument as n, and we will initialize the initialized value as int reverse equals to 0. In this we will for we will write the logic for reversing a number. So the basic logic is n is greater than 0, and it has to be run until n greater than 0, and reverse equals to reverse into 10 and plus of n percent 10. So yeah, and we have to let me explain this what the code is there. So first of all, now firstly I write for whole my logic, and then I will explain you in detail. So here I will run one for loop. In this for loop, it will start from I equals to 0 and ends at num and I plus plus. In this I will call I will call a for I will call a function as reverse, and I will give its value as I. And in this I will check one in this I will introduce one if condition, and in this if condition, if I plus ans equals to num, then you have to return true. If whole code is finished and if you does not get anything, then you have to return false. So for now I will run and check it once, does it has any error or not. Yeah, so there is no error, and now I will explain you how the code is running. So our first basic function as bool sum of number and reverse. In this we are getting input as num, and we have to check that the number between 0 to num, does any number exist which has its own and its reverse numbers addition must be equals to num. If it exists, then we have to return true, or if does not exist, then we have to return false. So we run one for loop, and for loop starts from 0 to and num, and in this we are in this we are getting the value of reverse of I, let me go to reverse of I function, reverse function, and in this function I had written a logic for reversing a particular value, and in input we get n, and n is our I of for loop, and we are storing in raise equals to raise into 10 plus n percent 10. So now let me explain what the code is this, what the code is working. So n percent 10, you know that the value which we are getting and its values, last value, we have, if we have to get a last value, last digit of the particular value, then use a we have to use a remainder operator, which will give you a last value as, let's say, 10, n equals to 12, so its last value equals to 2, so we get 2, and reverse for now, initially reverse equals to 10, so reverse equals to 0 into 10 plus 2, so reverse equals to 2, and n equals to n by 10, so 12 by 10, it is 1.2, because n is an integer, so its value will equals to 1, and while loop will run again, as while loop's logic is n must be greater than 0. Our n is 1, so here n 1% 10, so its value is 0.1, and last value is equals to 1, so reverse into 10 plus 1, and reverse is reach equals to 2, so 2 into 10 equals to 20, and 20 plus 1 equals to 21, so our reverse equals to 21, and n equals to 0.1 is it's equals to 0. So our while loop will exit, and it will return a raise equals to 21, and I equals to 12 plus 21. If it's matched to num, then it will return true, and if whole for loop will run and we does not get any value which will equals to num, so it will return false. And now let me submit this. So here at 257 we got a wrong, and let me add one now equals to basically what is this test case says that num equals to 0. So here in for loop we had initialized that int I equals to 0 and I less than num. So num value is equals to 0 and initial value of I is also equals to 0. Here we got a test case error. Now let me rerun this by implementing equals to. Test case has been passed, and now let me submit this. We have passed all test cases, 258 test cases, and its runtime is 47 milli per second, and it used 7.87 MB memory. Thank you very much.